Welcome back to Coin Collection 1, the channel where ordinary coins can reveal extraordinary stories. Today, we are taking a fascinating look at the 2023 Australian $1 coin, a modern coin that millions of people may have used without ever realizing that certain examples could attract the attention of collectors. Could a coin from your pocket change be worth far more than its face value? Could a rare mint error, an unusual variety, or an exceptionally well-preserved example be worth around $100? Stay with us until the end, because we are going to explore the history, design, specifications, minting, varieties, errors, collecting interest, authentication, preservation, and potential value of this interesting Australian coin. And before we begin, make sure you subscribe to Coin Collection 1 for more fascinating stories about coins from around the world. The story of Australia's $1 coin actually begins decades before the 2023 date. Australia introduced its first $1 coin in 1984, replacing the $1 banknote that had a relatively short lifespan because of heavy everyday use. A durable coin was considered a more practical solution, and the new denomination quickly became an important part of Australia's currency system. The reverse design of the Australian $1 coin is particularly famous. It features 5 kangaroos moving across the surface of the coin, a design created by the legendary Australian coin designer Stuart Devlin. This iconic image is often associated with the Mob of Roos design and has remained one of the most recognizable designs in Australian circulating coinage. The kangaroo is one of Australia's most famous national symbols, making this coin instantly identifiable to collectors and the general public alike. The 2023 Australian $1 coin continues this long tradition. It is a standard circulating denomination issued by the Royal Australian Mint. According to official Royal Australian Mint information, approximately 6.209 million standard $1 coins dated 2023 were produced. This is an important fact for collectors because it means the ordinary 2023 $1 coin is not considered an extremely low mintage issue. Millions were produced, so the date alone does not make every 2023 coin rare or valuable. However, this is where coin collecting becomes interesting. 2 coins with exactly the same date and denomination can have completely different values. One may be worth only its face value, while another could be worth significantly more because of a rare error, special variety, exceptional condition, or strong collector demand. That is why collectors never judge a coin simply by looking at its date. Let's take a closer look at the physical characteristics of this coin. The Australian $1 coin is approximately 25 millimeters in diameter and weighs around 9 grams. It is made from a copper-aluminum-nickel alloy consisting of approximately 92% copper, 6% aluminum, and 2% nickel. The coin also has an interrupted milled edge, which is an important feature that collectors can examine when checking the authenticity and condition of an example. The reverse side displays the famous group of 5 kangaroos. The animals are arranged in a way that creates a feeling of movement and depth. Rather than showing a single kangaroo, the design presents a group, giving the coin a distinctly Australian character. Stuart Devlin's work became an important part of Australia's modern coinage history, and his kangaroo design has remained recognizable for generations. The obverse side is equally important because 2023 was an interesting year in Australian coinage. The Royal Australian Mint records identify the standard 2023 $1 issue with the New King's Effigy by designer Daniel Thorne. This makes 2023 particularly interesting from a historical perspective because it represents an important transition in Australia's circulating coinage, following the change from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II to King Charles III for collectors who build collections by monarch, portrait, or historical period. This transition can make 2023 an interesting date to own. The coin is not necessarily rare simply because of this change, but it represents a significant moment in Australia's modern numismatic history. Now, what about the mint mark? On the standard circulating 2023 Australian $1 coin, collectors should not expect to see a conventional mint mark, identifying a different mint in the way that some coins from other countries do. The standard issue is associated with the Royal Australian Mint. Collectors should also understand the difference between a mint mark and a special privy mark or design symbol. Not every small symbol or unusual feature on a coin is automatically a mint mark. One of the most important things to understand about the 2023 Australian $1 coin is that there were also special $1 collector and commemorative issues produced during the year. These can have completely different designs, mintages, and collector markets from the standard circulating coin. For example, the Royal Australian Mint produced special $1 coins connected with themes such as Australia's famous Big Things. Designs included subjects such as the giant Murray cod, the big pineapple, and the big banana. Some special versions were also produced in colored formats. These collector issues should not be confused with the ordinary circulating 2023 $1 coin. This distinction is extremely important when someone claims that a 2023 Australian $1 coin is worth $100. The date by itself does not automatically make the coin worth $100. The exact design, mintage, condition, rarity, and any unusual characteristics must all be considered. So what should collectors look for? The first possibility is a genuine mint error. Modern coins are produced using advanced machinery, but mistakes can still occur during the manufacturing process. Some errors may involve the planchet, the dies, or the actual striking process. Examples of potentially collectible errors can include major off-center strikes, double strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and other significant abnormalities, but there is an important warning here. Not every damaged coin is a valuable mint error. A coin that has been bent, scratched, squeezed, drilled, chemically altered, or damaged by machinery after leaving the mint is generally considered damaged rather than a genuine mint error. For example, if you find a coin with a strange-looking edge, you should not immediately assume that it is rare. First, compare it with known examples and examine whether the unusual feature could have occurred during the original minting process. Genuine errors should make sense within the manufacturing process of the coin. Weight can also provide useful information. A normal 2023 Australian $1 coin should weigh approximately 9 grams. If you discover a significant difference in weight, it may be worth investigating further. However, small differences can occur because of normal manufacturing tolerances, dirt, or wear. A reliable precision scale should be used rather than an ordinary kitchen scale. Condition is another major factor in determining collector interest. Most circulating coins experience a difficult life. They pass through countless hands, cash registers, vending machines, pockets, and coin-counting machines. As a result, many examples develop scratches, contact marks, dull surfaces, and other signs of circulation. A coin that has been carefully preserved may be much more attractive to collectors. Sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong original appearance can increase desirability. In the world of modern coin collecting, extremely high-grade examples can sometimes command premiums, particularly when combined with a scarce variety or genuine mint error. If you believe you have an interesting 2023 Australian $1 coin, begin by examining it carefully under good lighting. Look at the kangaroos on the reverse. Study the lettering and the date. Check the rim and the edge. Turn the coin over and examine the king's effigy. Look for anything that appears significantly different from a normal example. The best method is comparison. Find a confirmed normal 2023 Australian $1 coin and compare the two side by side. This can help you determine whether the difference you have discovered is genuinely unusual or simply a normal variation caused by the minting process. Authentication becomes especially important if you believe your coin could be worth $100 or more. The internet is full of exaggerated coin value claims, and asking prices are often much higher than actual selling prices. Someone can list a common coin online for hundreds or thousands of dollars, but that does not mean collectors are actually paying those amounts. Real market value is better determined through completed sales, reputable auction results, professional grading, and documented transactions. This is one of the most important lessons for new collectors. Always research actual selling prices rather than relying only on online listings. The estimated market value of $100 for today's 2023 Australian $1 coin should therefore be treated as a potential value for an exceptional example, not as the automatic value of every coin from that year. A coin reaching around $100 might need to have a significant authenticated mint error, a scarce variety, a special collector issue, or an exceptionally high grade combined with strong demand. The standard circulating coin, with millions produced, would generally not be expected to sell for $100 simply because it carries the date 2023. The valuable examples are usually the ones with something extra that collectors genuinely want. This is also why collectors should be careful about investment claims. Buying large quantities of ordinary circulated 2023 $1 coins with the expectation that they will automatically become valuable is not a reliable investment strategy. Instead, collectors should focus on learning how to identify genuine rarity. A coin's value is determined by a combination of factors. Rarity matters, condition matters, demand matters, historical importance matters, errors and varieties matter. Provenance can sometimes matter as well. The most successful collectors are not simply looking for old coins, they are looking for coins with a story, a rarity, or a characteristic that makes them desirable to other collectors. The 2023 Australian $1 coin also has an interesting place in the history of Australia's currency. It connects the modern Australian monetary system with the introduction of the $1 coin in 1984. It carries Stuart Devlin's famous kangaroo design, which has become one of Australia's most recognisable coin images, and its 2023 date places it within an important period of transition in Australian circulating coinage. In just a small piece of metal, this coin represents history, national identity, art, technology, and the evolution of Australian currency. If you find a 2023 Australian $1 coin that appears unusual, preservation is extremely important. Never clean a potentially valuable coin with household chemicals, abrasive materials, or polishing products. Cleaning can permanently damage the original surface and may actually reduce the coin's collector value. Handle the coin carefully, preferably by its edges, and store it in an appropriate holder designed for long-term coin preservation. Keep it away from excessive moisture, chemicals, and unnecessary handling. If the coin appears to be a significant error, professional evaluation may be worthwhile before attempting anything else. There is also an important myth that every unusual-looking coin must be valuable. This is not true. Many strange-looking coins have simply suffered damage after leaving the mint. The key question is always whether the feature was created during the minting process or happened later. The same principle applies to the 2023 Australian $1 coin. The fact that someone claims it is worth $100 does not make it worth $100. The coin must have characteristics that the market recognizes as desirable, and this is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Millions of coins can be produced, but collectors still examine individual pieces because sometimes something unusual escapes into circulation. A small error, an uncommon variety, or a remarkably well-preserved example can turn an ordinary coin into something much more interesting. The 2023 Australian $1 coin may be modern, but it is certainly not without a story. From its famous kangaroo reverse to its place in the transition to the king's effigy, this coin represents an interesting chapter in Australian coinage. Its standard specifications make it easy to identify, while its potential varieties and errors give collectors a reason to examine individual examples more closely. So, could your 2023 Australian $1 coin be worth $100? The answer is, possibly, but only if it has something special. The ordinary circulated example is unlikely to command such a premium simply because of its date. But an authenticated major mint error, a scarce variety, a special collector issue, or an exceptionally high-grade example could attract much greater interest. The most important thing is to learn before you buy or sell. Check the exact design, confirm the specifications, examine the condition, compare the coin with reliable references, research completed sales, and if the coin appears genuinely unusual, consider professional authentication. Remember, extremely high prices in the coin market usually belong to genuinely rare pieces, exceptional mint errors, top condition specimens, or coins with proven historical importance. A high asking price on an online marketplace is not the same as a confirmed market value. The real treasure of coin collecting is the discovery itself. A coin that looks ordinary at first can become fascinating when you understand its history. The 2023 Australian $1 coin reminds us that the world of numismatics is not just about finding expensive coins. It is about studying history, appreciating design, understanding manufacturing, and learning how to recognize the details that other people might overlook. So the next time you receive an Australian $1 coin, don't immediately spend it. Take a closer look, check the date, examine the kangaroos, study the portrait, look carefully at the edge, compare its weight and appearance with a normal example. You never know when a small detail might lead you to a fascinating discovery. And that brings us to the end of today's journey into the world of the 2023 Australian $1 coin. Whether your coin is worth exactly $1 or potentially much more, it is still a small piece of Australian history that tells a story about the country's currency, culture, and changing times. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to Coin Collection 1, and share it with your fellow coin collectors. And tell us in the comments, have you ever found a rare Australian coin in your pocket change, coin jar, or old collection? Your discovery could be the subject of our next fascinating coin story. Keep checking your coins, keep learning, and never underestimate the small pieces of history that may be hiding right in front of you. Until next time, this is Coin Collection 1, where every coin has a story, every detail matters, and the next great discovery could be waiting in your hands.